Mate, I couldn't believe I got that fish close to the boat and he was massive, but I couldn't get him off. Like he snapped me off. He snapped my rod. I fought him into the night. Trying to back up with a 74-foot sun reef is not what you want to do into a trade wind, right?
Mate, JP, thanks for coming on, mate. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Thank you very much, Dan. I'm very good.
For anyone who's not familiar with you, mate, give us a bit of background on yourself and what you do.
Oh, so okay, so I guess I'm originally from Cape Town, South Africa. Handline fishing, crayfishing.
I thought you had a bit of an accent there.
Yeah, I've had my my Kiwi accent's been growing for 17 years, so I still haven't lost my South African one. But yeah, I guess I'm just focusing on not caring too much about that shit and just go fishing, you know.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So since about 2007, I've been living in New Zealand in the South Island and managed to get some really good waves and good fishing. And yeah, my background in engineering and commercial fishing and all that stuff sort of just led me down this path for a sick ride in New Zealand. And I always thought, man, the South Pacific's, you know, where it's at. So dreaming about always going surfing Fiji and fishing and catching blue marlin and big fish in the South Pacific has always been one of those things. Never thought I'd make it here, but yeah, I made it. And now I'm kind of just living this very, very, very fortunate life, I think. Especially where I'm from, you know, it's like not that easy to step into a world like this. I guess, well, you don't just step into it, you have to work your ass off and to do the right moves and make the right decisions at the right time. And here I am working on a sick Viking, catching big blue marlin at competitions and surfing Fiji, you know. Never in my life thought I would have this opportunity, so I'm super grateful and super stoked to have like met people like yourself and, you know, Dougie from Namotu and Hennessy and just everyone in this side of the world. Such a bunch of legends, you know. Some of them's really good waterman, fishermen, captains, just all round good cunts, you know. Excuse me.
You're right, mate.
Yeah, so
as you want.
For the last 10, 15 years, I've just been sort of every year going to Fiji and spend about 4 to 6 months there, like exploring the remote atolls, like into the Lao, sleeping on the floor of villages with the chief, you know. Getting stuck on random atolls in what's like east of Taveuni, like the Nanuku Passage. There's like a slither of land out there, catching doggies out there, chasing waves. And yeah, finally getting back into actual work now. I felt like it's been on a bit of a holiday, but now that I'm actually in a position where I'm like 9 to 5, working Monday to Friday, and then whatever is required on the weekends, you know, if we have charters or we have to wash the boat or clean the boat, set the boat up for the owners. That's my life now. It's pretty freaking good, actually. And I get to see my little doggy whenever I get a chance to come to Raglan. So what can I say, bro? Living the dream. That's all I need. Don't need much more than this, do you? Waves, fish, and
Doesn't
a dog.
get any better.
Yeah, man. So that's kind of my little I guess background brief, because you call it a brief. But I think we're here to talk about the blue marlin and the Komodo 2025. It's the first time I've ever done a shotgun start for a fishing comp, and being on an 82-foot Viking with two 2,000 horsepower Caterpillars C32s, and sitting on top of the tower and like watching all these boats line up and then taking off, turning the whole ocean into a soup. That was extremely impressive. Like we had these clients on board that was just like the coolest dudes, and we set everything up, went out fishing hard for like 5 days, and just killed it really. Best blue marlin I've caught. I've hooked a few in Fiji, like and in Tahiti and Tonga, but nothing as big as this one landed and weighed. Normally we would just tag them and release them, but because it was a comp, I guess the idea of a comp is weighing in the biggest fish, right? Especially for big tournament money, So that happened, and so this is a 5-day comp, right? The first day we were all shotgun start, head up, didn't hook a fish. My buddy caught one striped marlin, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. Start the comp off with a bang, you know. And there's like 300 boats or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of boats, and big boats, small boats, all mixed. So the range of everyone's like a little bit different, and we have a fucking pretty sick range. So we decided after coming in the first night, had a quick rest, ended up heading straight back out and didn't stop. We didn't stop until we hit the, what was it, the Colville Knoll. And that's like, if you look at New Zealand towards the east, you get Great Barrier Island out of Auckland, and then and some. You go and some. You get like, you go way out. We were in the bluest blue water, and we were like not getting anything on that second day until about 3 p.m. I was like to the clients, I was like, look guys, the lunar cycle's lining up. We're going to get a major buy time very shortly. And yes, within 15 minutes, I was like, before that even, like the boys were like getting ready, like asking questions about, you know, what to expect with when they jump in the rod or jump on the rod and in the chair, and what to do and what not to do because you're competition fishing. So we're just sort of running through the scenario with this client, and like I literally just finished like the whole, you know, mock situation, and bang, this rod goes off, and we're like, okay, we're on. And as soon as the rod goes off, it's like, okay, you can hear the string pulling off the reels, like, okay, is this a consistent pull? So this might be a good fish. And then I just looked up and I saw this thing, and I was just like, oh my far out motherfucking God. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe it. That was just like the most, you know, fucking, what's the word? Like the most exhilarating thing, like just being able to see, bang, okay, there it is. That's what we're looking for. We've come all this way. Here we have this huge, well, we didn't know exactly how big it was. Everyone was like, oh, it might be 150, it might be 180 kg from just looking at it. And I just remember looking at it going, I'm not going to say anything because that thing is a long way away, and I reckon it's a lot bigger than what you guys think. But anyway, that's my opinion. Everyone's just frothing. Everyone's going, Shahoo, whatever. And yeah, for about 30 minutes, that fish just didn't stop, man. Managed to get some line back on it. We had Dan, his name was Dan as well. He was in the chair. And actually, like, he was such a champion on the rod. I mean, I would love to catch these fish myself, but, you know, setting up the whole spread, running the deck, with the captain up and the sky bridge, it's just such a hoot, you know. It's like I never thought I'd even get into marlin fishing like this. I never thought I'd even worry or waste my money on that sort of stuff. But now I have a boat, now I have all the gear, I have marlin lures, and all I used to do is just fly fish, like target fish on fly, you know, even marlin on fly. I hooked a blue marlin at Cloudbreak on fly, and I was fishing with a cloud, not even a popper. I was like, what is going on here? What's this marlin doing in GT country? Anyway, so yeah, this guy did a great job on the rod. We got him backed up on the fish a bunch of times, but he was a tough little cookie. We'd call it a she, right? Big blue marlin, which should be a she, right? So yeah, she was a tough little cookie. Got her to the boat. Brand new paint job on the boat. Oh my God, here we go. So yeah, by the time Brody got the like leader closer to the boat, I grabbed the bill, and I was just like, 150 kilo? No. This is like almost double that, bro. You can bet your ass. But anyway, so we decided, okay, cool. We're gonna have to weigh this fish. We're still in time to actually to get back in time to go and weigh the fish for weigh-in. So we're miles out. I'm talking 60 miles out, almost, you know, a whole day's cruising out there, past all the boats. And during competition, you have to, like, you know, radio in what grid section you're hooked up in and all this stuff. And as we're fighting the fish, you could just see these motherfuckers on the horizon coming our way, because everyone's just been catching like 60, 70 kilo stripies, and no one's actually caught a broadie yet. But yeah, we managed to land this fish, and we decided we're going to take it in, because it would be way worth more than 600 points, you know, just as a normal tagged fish. I can't remember actually how many points it was. I can't, from memory, I can't. There's been too much going on this season. But yeah, we landed it, raced in, like chucked those ponies in gear, and like hit for shore. got in. There was like a drone waiting for us. All this crowd accumulated for the competition. The guys had their little Kubota, like little digger. They hooked up the fish. Everyone's like oohing and eyeing, going, "Fuck, what's this thing's gonna be going?" Like we're all like, "Oh, maybe 200, maybe 180." And I just keep my mouth shut. I was like, "All right, let's just see what the scales tell us, right?" So took off the the connection point to the leader, like managed to make sure that it's all IGFA rated, blah blah blah. And the boys ended up lifting up this fish. My buddy's got some really good quality shots. I was going to get you the link, but he hasn't sent it to me yet. But he will, and I'll share it with you. Um, mate, that fucking fish went 281 kgs, 281.9 kgs. We were all just like, "What the hell?" Like everyone's like commenting in the peanut gallery, going, "Oh, that's going to be hard to beat. That's like pretty much a guaranteed win. No one's going to catch a bigger blue marlin than that." And everyone's like, "Oh, fuck, don't say this. Don't jinx us. God damn you guys." Literally hung the fish up, strung it up, took some photos, got the official weigh, jumped back on the boat, raced straight back out there. Like the smoker, the guy that sort of processes the fish, he took it, processes it, like goes and cuts it up, and then um, chucks it in the smoker and processes it, and like vacuum packs it and sends it to the clients. We never actually ended up tasting or getting any of that, but that's fine. We managed to get some of the prize money. So yeah, headed back out there, and for like 4 more days, we were crunching numbers, dropping rod line weights, like from 24 to 15, just to keep up with the pack of the points, because we had this points, but we needed another fish. And straight after the blue, we actually managed to hook a stripey out there in the same area and dropped him within 5 minutes, which is sad because it could have put us in the lead for a couple more days in terms of points. But yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. We had the best time chasing broadies at night, like slow trolling, deep dropping. Just didn't get one, but we heard, like that same day that we hooked our fish and landed it, that someone was on a big fish as well. And then at about, I don't know, 1 a.m. the next morning, photos coming through, like of this big broadie lying on some boat's deck. And we're like, "Oh no. Oh no, you know what broadies are like? They're like a sack of cement, like they might not look that big, but they're fucking solid.
Dense.
And they weigh a lot." So we're all like going, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit." Like the whole 3-4 days, we were just like, "Okay, cool. Let's bring the 15 kg setups out, change the rigs to double hooks, just so we can get a couple more stripies." And man, we hooked one more stripey, but we ended up not getting enough points for the overall, leaderboard. We ended up, I think, 7th or 6th overall, but for like the first 2 days, we were in the lead. And that motherfucking blue marlin was worth $870,000.
Was that first prize?
That was at the time first prize, yeah. So as the competition progresses, every day there's a daily jackpot for the biggest marlin or blue billfish landed, and that's 40 grand. So anyway, so we got one of those for the biggest fish on the day, because the next day, 12 hours later, here we go, a 330 kg broadbill got weighed in, and we're on the fucking arse end of the list. God damn it.
No way.
That's just how it is. That's just fishing for you. So yeah, I ended up we ended up finishing the competition, had the best prize giving, best night at the end of the comp. You know how it goes, getting on the purse of the boys, and everyone like talking like, the best yarns, and everyone's like, "Fuck, you guys had this, fuck, we thought you had this comp," and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, "Oh, stop rubbing it in, you bastards." But anyway, the boys are all stoked. Like they got their 40 grand. They managed to get a bit of money back from the charter. And yeah, everyone was happy. The captain was happy. It was his first big blue marlin for the season. And him and his brother, his brother Brody, who came along, that was just a phenomenal trip. Like everyone was like pretty chuffed. Like to think the clients was probably the most chuffed, is because they were like, "Mate, for the next 20 years of our lives, we're going to book this trip every year for the Kubota." So that's mean. And this is like just coming off doing nationals with the same sort of crowd of dudes that is like they're just going to book that window, that time frame, and we're going to do the nationals with the Kubota and then the truckers and loggers. Yeah, so after the Kubota, we ended up doing the truckers and loggers. But what a hoot, man! Like what a good season. And the best thing about the truckers and loggers is that we didn't actually do very good. We got good fish, but it would have been very awkward for the guys that was on our boat handing the gifts or the prizes to themselves, if we actually got them all the prizes. So it turned out really well at that event as well, where we got to the main sponsor for the event was on our boat. So we got to give all these guys a good time, including the main sponsor, who booked us. Absolute magic, like New Zealand's such a good fishery. I mean, Aussie as well, Fiji, but New Zealand, oh, there's something about New Zealand. The cold water, the temperate conditions, the West Coast, the East Coast. It's such a different place. But yeah, this place is on. It's on. This year was a phenomenal year, but in terms of yellowfin and marlin down the East or West Coast, it's just been, I don't know. The baits are back. I don't know, after 20 years of purse seining and all the commercial happening and then them stopping it. Now finally the baits are back. Those slimy mackerels or big blue mackerel, what English mackerel they're called, and that's pretty much what the mainstay is of all the pelagics out there. So yeah, the Bay of Islands, so we're usually based out of there.
Vaguely, yeah.
And it's like Zane Gray's Anglers El Dorado. It's like world renowned. But yeah, by the early season, like people were still catching after winter, like 200 kilo southern bluefin tuna right up against the rocks up Cape Bread. Like it's unheard of, really unheard of. Like big 200 kilo fish getting hooked up on kingy gear, like kingfish jigging gear, and you're just like, guys were fighting with these fish for 11 hours and then going, fuck it, cut the line. What sort of fisherman does that, first of all? But yeah.
You can't do that.
I know, that's just sacrilege. God.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so the season over here has been ridiculous. In terms of East Coast, that was like the start of the season, southern bluefin, then this huge pack of yellowfin run came through, and yeah, boys were just killing a lot of yellowfin. We got some nice yellowfin ourselves, but it all went quiet. Like January, February, it just went super quiet. And then we started hearing these reports after our trip to the Kings and the Nationals that, we had this big front come through, must have pushed a lot of hot water or warm water through from the Tasman, from Aussie. And dude, we had the best run of West Coast striped marlin, black marlin. I don't think anybody hooked or landed a black marlin, but yeah, I saw a couple of black marlin that was like proper, like 400 kg models, just like busting up the surface, erupting up behind your boat, smacking a kingy. Oh my God, what a trip that was! Like seeing these things. So yeah, the West Coast, Raglan, where I live, is just like probably had the best run of marlin. Like people are catching, like there's one guy that had up to 70 fish. Ben Brown from what's it? Heavy Metal. His boat's Heavy Metal. What's his Instagram? I forget now. Anyway, good cunt. Lives in Carfier, just down here. Knows all the boys up here. Yeah, he caught a lot of fish, that guy. I wasn't here. I was on the East Coast where we were doing our thing, but fuck, I wish I was here. Damn. Raglan's my favorite, man. Raglan's got the best blue marlin, best waves. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's kind of my blue marlin yarn. Like,
mate, this is the best thing ever. I don't even have to talk.
Yeah, no. So I love talking. Like, that's my job. Keep the clients entertained, keep the energy high. I had a couple of really good compliments like that from the bosses and the bosses' sons. They're like, fuck, you bring the energy, bro. That's sick. I'm like, yeah, man, someone's got it.
You need it. You need it on a charter, don't you?
Shotgun fucking Heinekens at 9 a.m. just to keep it going, Everyone's like, like, what are they? Strawberry daiquiris, espresso martinis, like starting at 6 a.m., mate. When we're on charter, flat out, 24 hours a day fishing, man. I make the most of it.
Out there for a good time.
We got to the King Bang during the Nationals, and we fished all the way. Managed to get there, and everyone's like having dinner at nighttime, and we just put an anchor out. Like we just got there on dark, put the anchor down, put the lights on, I don't know if you've been at the Three Kings, but the Three Kings is one of
No.
those spots. You gotta go see it. It's Jurassic. And then, you know, after dinner, I'm like telling out the boys, like, hey boys, come and check out these trevally, bro. Like just normal silver trevally, but like proper ones. Like, I don't know. We want to
Yeah.
call them 75, 80 centimeters. I don't know. Maybe not
Jeez.
as big. Maybe not 80 centimeters. I don't know. Some of them was pretty big though. But I took out the little tuna skirt on the little tuna rod that we used to catch baits, and I just sort of fluck it in the water, and I just dragged it around. And these little trevally come straight up and smokes me, and I'm just like getting buzzed. Everyone runs out going, "What the fuck's going on out here?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, grab a rod. We're catching trevally now." And everyone's like, "Holy shit, those are the biggest trevally I've ever seen in my life." Like not giant trevally, of course, not any of those other subtropical trevally. More like a New Zealand trevally, a silver trevally, like a temperate trevally, right? Yeah, they're fucking
Yep.
delicious too. Anyway, so that carried on. That carried on for like until about midnight, and I was like, everyone's getting on it hard. Everyone's getting on the first, oversharing way too much, getting way too comfortable with each other. Good fun though, good fun. Like that's a boys trip, right? Just having a good yarn, getting on the piss. So yeah, at midnight I'm like, hey guys, check this out. So I like grab this other rod, little squid jig on it, and I'm like, here you go, fucking flick this out there, let it sink for like 2 minutes, and then just do this. So I'm like showing them the egging technique, you know, how you just like yank it, let it sink, and then slowly bring in the slack, and then let it sit there for another 10 seconds, and bang, yak it again. And I gave it to Steven. He's this fella from Auckland, and same thing. Never caught a trevally, never caught the thing that we're targeting now. And I was like, look, we're gonna catch a fucking big squid. And he was like, oh, I've never caught a squid before. How do they bite? And blah blah blah. He's asking all these questions. So I was like, bro, just do what I said. And bro, within 5 minutes, this thing jumped on the line, and he was like hooked. He was like, he didn't stop fishing until 5:30 in the morning. He was like, I'm catching squid the whole night. So we just live baited up. We just filled up the whole live bait thing, and just, man, the best thing, like squids that are like giant arrow squids, like, I don't know, maybe almost 2.5 foot, like 2 foot,
Oh.
big ones, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Never caught anything
I
like
think I
that.
do have some pictures. Hey,
I've never caught anything like that.
oh mate, I mean, you get the nice big cuttlefish and stuff over in Aussie, but they're like a big, solid, weighty cephalopod. Whereas these ones here are like long, proper squids, you know, like the cold water stuff. And yeah, man,
Yep.
it's always a hoot catching. Like that's my part of my favorite is like going to the King Bank, getting on anchor, and then catching squid in the middle of the night for like 3-4 hours, just filling up your live bait tank for big kingies, dropping it on the King Bank, or just eating them. Fuck, they're delicious, man. They're big. The calamari rings are like 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 this, dude. Like the biggest calamari ring. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so it's good. It's fucking sick. I mean, the only other place I've really caught much bigger squid was when I was on the Scampy boats, and we were actually, yeah, doing a terrible thing to the bottom of the ocean in Auckland Islands. And yeah, we got some big squid out there and some nice big deep water crab. Now, crab's probably my favorite meat, but I don't mind squid. Squid's fucking epic. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's the king bang for you. If you ever want to go catch
What?
massive 40, 50 kilo kingies, big blue marlin, big striped marlin, big bass, like 60, 80 kilo bass, mate, that's the spot. That's the spot.
I want big kingies. That's what I want.
That's it, mate. I am.
That's the next thing.
I've spearfished a 40 kilo kingy out of Channel Island, which is like the top of the Coromandel, but that was a few years ago now, and that was a complete fluke. Like no one even thought or knew that there were still big kingies like that in the Hauraki Gulf, or inside this area. Um, but yeah, I managed to shoot one, and everyone's like, "Fuck!" We had a 20 kilo one on the deck already, and you're allowed two kingies, right? If you're spearfishing or anyway, you know. And yeah, I brought up this other one, and this fucking dude was just like, "Holy moly, where the fuck did you get this thing?" It was 40 kilos in close, like that's the kind of fish you normally catch on the King Bank, not in the Coromandel or not at Channel Island, that's for sure. But yeah, they're there. New Zealand's terrific, man. Six spot. So if you want to catch a king, come and see me, bro. Come and fish with us on Atarangi. come and fish with us on my boat. I've got a 9.5 meter cat. You're welcome to come fish with us, bro. I'd love to take you out.
Sorry, mate, just
Yeah,
lost you a little bit there, but that's all right. We'll just keep going.
yeah, easy as. But yeah,
Um,
man, it's like 11 a.m. now on a Saturday morning. It's time for me to probably go surf, but we'll finish this conversation and
for
then I'll go.
sure. Well,
Yeah.
what's that charter called? Because that sounds like a hell of a good time.
Okay, so it's called Atarangi. The boat's called Atarangi. It's a 82-foot Viking, and it's run by Captain Barnaby Newton. He's the man. He's absolutely a legend of a captain. I've worked with some really good captains throughout my time, and honestly, like I met Barnsey few years ago in in Tonga. I just came back from Tahiti. We crossed the Pacific to Tonga, to Vavau to go do some whales and shit with this commercial or this charter boat I was working or running. And yeah, we were like, I was on a 74-foot Sunreef, luxury charter cat. And we were doing high-end trips, just like, fun, bit of fishing on the side, whatever. But then I saw this Viking coming into the bay, and here's this fucking beautiful boat called Atarangi, and got to become friends with the crew. And then, yeah, the captain was just such a legend. We were on the instruments. He showed me the engine room, and I was just like, manifest this. This is what I want in my life. I want to work on a boat like this. Fuck. Oh, what a fucking dream, mate. Yeah, got the call a year later, and now I'm here. I was in Fiji. Just busted my foot out surfing a Wilkes Passage. Fucking my buddy Byroni. He's the man. He's a legend. He gave me a full carbon board, like a high performance thruster 510 carbon, full carbon, and managed to go surf it at Wilkes Passage a couple days. And this day I was like, oh yeah, sick, it's pumping. Stupidest thing. Did a re-entry on the end section of Wilkes, and just came down with the lip and came down on that board, and it's like coming down it was coming down on concrete because the board doesn't have no flex because it's carbon. And I literally just blew out my foot. I thought my foot was like square out, halfway broken up my calf. I was so scared to touch it because I was in such pain. Holy fuck. But anyway, that's been about an 8-month recovery period. So yeah, I'm just coming off that now. Anyway, no complaints. I still got the best surf. I had a fucking hoot of a time in Fiji. And now I'm on a sick boat.
It's a hell of a spot over there.
Yeah, man. Have you been
Living the dream.
What's that, Cloud 9 or that floating water bar, pizza bar? Bro.
I was at the Motu in January and didn't go to Cloud 9, steered clear of that.
Oh, someone just got a sick tube. Someone just got a tube through the valley. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, no, Namotu. Oh, fuck. Where were you at Namotu? Did you stay on Namotu? Did you say what?
Yeah, with Doggy, yeah.
Sick.
Oh, yeah, man. It's
did you fish with Benny?
The best place on earth.
Mike?
Did you fish Benny with was Benny there,
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Benny's
Mike,
a legend.
Was Mike in Costa Rica?
No, he came for the last day I was there. So the day I left, the big yellowfin hadn't turned up yet. I think the day I left, they got a 60-kilo one. And sick. A solid sailfish, and then they kept getting them. But, mate, my whole goal there, I wanted to get, like, the top of my bucket list is a big doggy. And we went out every morning. Me and Doggy went out a couple of times. I hooked one, lost it. It took off on a screamer of a run, lost the bloody thing. That was it. That was my only shot that won that trip. Whoa. And I know you got a big one, which I'm assuming is Fiji, but I don't know.
Oh, that's the remote eastern Fiji. I'll tell you that yarn. That's a good yarn, actually. But no, I want to hear about yours.
Yeah, give me.
No.
Mate, yeah, we just went out every morning.
Because I've had a sick trip in the Motu, a couple actually, from Dougie's place. Yeah, me.
Yeah, mate, it's the best place on earth.
Where did you hook up, Doug? In the Wilkes Passage or in the Tavarua Passage?
Nah. Yeah, that was the Tavarua Passage, that one. We were going through it this day. You wouldn't believe it. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong for us. We were just getting busted off. We had the Mackies snapping us. Like, they were just cutting straight through the wire, and we were limited on it. Like, no real fault of our own. It's just how it is.
I see.
Or they'd come up and they'd smash it and just go straight between the two hooks, like just missing everything.
Really?
But
they're such a clever fish.
Time.
I don't know how they do it. Bro, I caught one on a soft bait rod with a 20-pound leader, and I couldn't believe I didn't get slipped off. The hook.
I think we were using 80-pound single wire,
and hooked it in the gills. or in the throat, and
Oh,
it couldn't bite me
yeah,
off. I snagged him, or he lassoed himself. It was amazing. But yeah, those Mackies are
that's the
assholes. They can
trick.
be such a cunt to land. Um,
Oh, mate, I think we might have got one that morning, the morning of the doggy. But
yeah,
then the year before at the same time, we probably got, 8 or 10 every morning, landed them all. Like,
yeah, right.
it was just,
Fuck, they're good
that's
eating,
just luck
eh?
of the draw.
That's a good fish to eat,
Oh,
man.
mate, they're the
Oh,
best. Yeah, they're the best.
I
Those
love
morning
eating those
bites
things.
too are just wild. They
So,
just come
let me
on and
tell
then
you,
they just stop.
yeah, they're a bit of a weird fight, aren't they? They just give up pretty quickly. Once they're on the surface, they're done. Um,
Yeah.
but let me tell you about this doggy. So I just came back, like I said, I was in Tahiti on the 74-foot sunreef. Came over, hooked a couple of good fish, caught shortbill spearfish, tuna, skippies, yellowfin, and then I hooked 3 blue marlin on the passage over. Didn't get any photos of it, but I hooked a fucking huge one on like a 30-pound setup, like on a 30 wide little Shimano rig, right? Mate, I couldn't believe I got that fish close to the boat and he was massive, but I couldn't get him off. Like he snapped me off. He snapped my rod. I fought him into the night. Trying to back up with a 74-foot sunreef is not what you want to do into a trade wind, right? So
That's
anyway,
expensive too.
yeah. So but yeah, we got to Savu Savu. I jumped off the boat and I went over to what's it called? Yathata Island. It's like about 3.5 hours by longboat southeast of Taveuni. So there you are. And yeah, so we're on this island, and I decided, okay, cool. I've had enough of like serving drinks and bringing food and shit like that. I'm gonna go stay in the village. I'm gonna sleep on the floor, and I'm gonna eat fish and rice and just like rough it up, but fish all the time. So I had this guy come over from Yathata. It's a really remote island. There's like a couple of like private island resorts out there, and like high end shit. But anyway, so this dude, he come all the way over to come and pick me up. I think I gave him like a grand. I gave him like a grand. I was like, I was all cashed up. I got heaps of tips and whatnot. So I had a grand cash in my hand. I gave it to him, and he was like, "Fuck, probably haven't seen that amount of money in months, like in one spot." So anyway, he let me stay in his village and let me fish with him every day, 3 times, as much fishing as I wanted. We got up at 5 a.m. every morning on the Baileys, on the coffee, the instant coffee with Baileys, and then straight out there, like targeting whatever the fuck we could. But my opinion with those doggy hunting days, like you want to be fishing like early mornings and from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. That's it. That's when the proper bite times are for them. So yeah, we went for like I was there for about 2.5 weeks and shit every morning, every afternoon. So middle of the day, he goes up to his farm and does his farming and shit and on his plantation, and I go fly fishing. So I go chase the jeets and the triggers and stuff just around the reefs. Walk around the fucking whole island barefooted with volcanic rock and lagoons and shit. Such a fun trip. So we get there one night and it's like everything lines up. We get those little yellow barracudas for live baits. I rig up my rod, sit there. We sit about 8 o'clock at night, and bang, this thing fucking hits us. That's that doggy I showed you a picture of, man. I think it was
Yep.
only 33 kg. It wasn't even that big, but it's a proper one. Like I've heard of guys catching 80-kilo ones out there, and that would be fucking nuts.
Oh,
But yeah,
Jagger.
so this fish, fucking yeah, Jagger, Jagger knows those things. Um, this fish turned out the best blistering runs like I've ever experienced. Like doggy fishing is the ultimate. Like pound for pound, they're probably stronger than anything. Um, and yeah, so hooked him up on this live bait, fought him for about, I don't know, 45 minutes as well. And I was fishing on one side of the boat and I knew he was under the boat and he was on the other side. But I was just like fighting him going, fuck, I can't swap now. I had to hold on so hard for that whole period of time. Just because when he goes, like, you're on lock drag and he's dragging, man. He's like, you're real screaming. So anyway, I like give my mate the captain or the Fijian guy the light. I'm like, there's this fish over there. It feels like it's floating. So he like, oh yeah, the fish is on this side. fuck, I looked over and there's this slab just floating there. I was like, holy moly. Like, walk my rod around the bow underneath the line that's attached to the cinder block lying on the reef 100 meters away, because we're just hanging off the edge of the reef. And yes, I dragged this fish on board, man. And you know what? You know those jaws of those things? They just look so impressive, man. Imagine getting fucking ripped up by one of those things.
Oh,
It's like a ragged-tooth shark biting you, but it'll be way gnarlier, I think. These teeth are fucked. So yeah, I just ripped this thing in the boat, and we were both just like, holy shit, this is gonna be delicious. So yeah, frothing. That's my biggest doggy yet, and I absolutely will never, ever forget that fight. That was like the optimum, the best reef fishing, live baiting session that I've had on doggies. And we had a couple of good days on doggies, but that was my favorite for sure. Live baiting for them, just dropping the bait down 30 meters and just letting the thing do its thing. Absolute fun, man. Ended up weighing it, and then the bro, he ended up selling it to the private island resort, right? And he got a whole bunch of money for it. So we just carried on fishing. We just had heaps of fuel money, because benzene out there is like the only outgoing. Benzene, cigarettes, and kava, you know, that's what they want. Oh, and data, phone data. So yeah, we had like on top of the money I gave him, like, and all the food I brought, like I had to go to the supermarket, supply up and whatnot. And yeah, man, he was frothing because, you know, now he had a bit of extra money in his pocket. We had all this fish, and we brought fish every day, but we ate most of it, kept it. And then, yeah, this doggy ended up, you know, being too much for us. There's too much in the freezer, you know. So gave some away. It was amazing. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Fuck, that trip was just, every year I go in there, that place just blows my mind. I really can't explain how good Fiji is. If you go on an adventurous mission like that, and you're able to self-sustain yourself out there, not get hurt or not get cut up on the reef or some shit, I don't know, you'll have the best time, but you got to be very careful. Well, it's kind of normal for us.
So you're just winging it.
Well, yeah,
you're just winging it out there. There's no real plan.
Banging it out there. Yeah, I've done it for years now. Like when I'm not on a boat, either going to Antarctica or Auckland Islands or fucking Tahiti or whatever, I go stay in the village. I go try and get to the most remotest places and just hang with the locals, fly fish it, eat coconuts, walk around with a big machete on my waist, catching coconuts, crabs, whatever I can get, you know. It's such a hoot.
Living the dream.
Yeah, man. Fuck, if you can and you're healthy, then you should definitely do it. A lot of people 100%. Take that sort of stuff for granted, I think. Like, your health is the most important thing in your life, right? And if you're able to do it, then you should really make the decision to go and do stuff with your youth and your vitality and your energy, because you lose your energy as you get older. Your motivation, your drive, your can't be fucked attitude when you're getting there complacent on the couch. It's good. Get out of your head and get out there, man. Fuck it, hell. It's good for your mental health, you know. And if you die, it's best. It's even better.
Yeah. That's a good way to go.
You die doing what you love, you know. Like I always said, I had this funny thing from my friend. He's like a proper explorer. Like, yeah, fly fishing maniac, like explorer to the T, you know. He was like, JP, one day, if I hope I get eaten by a wild animal, like somewhere in the Congo. I was like, okay.
There's better ways to go than that.
Yeah, he was like, I want to go like that. I was like, fuck, that kind of makes sense, you know. I live that life all the time. I'm in the ocean, all our surfers, you know, places like this. You know, you're gonna get taken at some stage if you're unlucky enough, you know. Sharks, they don't want you, but they might. They might
that day.
Yeah. But yeah, man, fuck. That's just my philosophy, you know. I just have a strong maritime philosophy, you know, ocean waterman philosophy. I have some really good friends that sort of live that same life, and to me, they're such an inspiration. Absolutely, big wave riders, local waterman, locals, underground ass dudes. You know, fucking epic.
Well, Doigie's one of them, mate. He just chases the dream.
Mate, he got flown off the island, and a week later he was back. You know, the doctor didn't even tell him he's allowed to go back. He was back. I was like, good cut. You know, fuck, what a good cut.
Oh, he lives for fishing. Lives for it.
And I didn't know he actually surfed, like charged all these big waves and stuff. So Yeah, I could tell it. I could see it in his eyes. He wouldn't have an island like Namoto and not be a fucking charger when he was like, in his prime. He's
Oh,
still in
mate,
his prime. What am
gun
I saying?
surfer.
Fucking prime. He's in his
Yeah.
prime, big time. Him,
Well, we're getting
Beanie.
him on soon to
Oh,
run
very,
through a few.
very good, thanks. Um, I was just saying hi to my friend Nina.
Oh, you're all
Hi
right,
to
mate.
the Pussy
Yeah,
Gliders, the Surf Dames. That chick over there, she's awesome.
just
But
gun
yeah, man.
surfers, eh?
Yeah, this whole town's full of them, man. Everyone's like a bit of a gun, I guess. I don't know. Like Aussie, man. Everyone in Aussie is bloody chargers. Like shit, man. Those Aussie boys, they can fucking. Jeez. I thought. I
It's
mean, I
so
know
crowded though.
the surfers, the big wave riders from Cape Town, where I'm from. They're all fucking proper, hardcore legends, But then you meet these guys in Aussie and here in New Zealand. Fuck, they're similar, but they're kind of different culture, But still got that same attitude for the ocean, Enjoy it when it's big. Like that's the most fun, when it's big and you're getting your ass kicked. That's what I like. You like get out
Yeah.
there, you ass mate duck diving the set, and you're like, fuck, I'm glad I didn't get caught by that one. And you're sitting on this edge and the ledge is starting to peel off and it's just like a foot deep, not even, and no one knows about the rock, but it's there and it's barreling because it's a fucking slab when it wants to be. Um, so yeah, nah, what a spot this place. It's good to have all these mates here. I'm so
Right.
stoked to see them again. I don't see them nearly
Yeah.
enough because anyway, that's life for doing epic shit. So what, have we been going for 45 minutes? I think
Yeah,
I
mate.
think
Like
I'm gonna call it. We can have another chat soon again. We'll keep this on
I was
going if
just
you
about
like.
to say that. Let's
Yeah,
do round 2, round 3, round 4, whatever you need, mate.
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
just come on here and I'll just listen. You tell a good
Fucking A,
yarn.
man. Man, that's
Oh, mate.
you. Oh, I wish I could really tell some of the dark, deep, dirty stories, man, but I can't. It's not appropriate. When it gets late at night and everyone's fishing and it's like the shit goes down, man. It's funny. Everyone just wants to
We'll
have a
have to
good
come
time.
up with alter egos.
And Raglan, man. Yeah, Raglan's like the best nightlife ever. But then,
Oh, really?
yeah, there's like such a good music scene, lots of underground music events, hot
Well,
ladies, hot everything all the time, fucking everywhere, and everyone's open-minded as fuck. So, and then there's waves, so makes everyone wet.
and fish.
Yeah,
Well, me and
exactly.
Doigie, we're going to start doing these little trips, mate, where we can get away and just chase these fish and just film it and have a bit of fun. So New Zealand's on the hit list, so we're going to have to get there one of these days soon, maybe next year.
Right on. Yeah. I got my
Yeah.
buddy Cam. We're doing a little fly fishing expose. We're actually talking about that next week. We're gonna make a little short video or sort of a video that we can maybe enter into the fly fishing film festival.
Oh,
But
cool.
I'm not sure yet how that all works and if you have to be invited to be in part of that or you can just submit a video. I don't know. But it needs to be really cinematic because you're up against guys like Jacko Lucas, like that Fly Lords and all those kind of guys. I've been a fly nut for way too long. I was pure fly like for a long time, and now I've come back off it like light jigging, fucking live baiting, whatever. That's all sort of almost guaranteed when you're using real bait. I like the artificial shit. I like the presentation. I like the challenge of making your fly, like designing a crab pattern. Shout out to my buddy Shadow. I got him into fly fishing, and now he's like making flies for Australia, and he's got a lot of
Oh, how
international
good.
orders. He's like a legend. You should get him on your chat. I actually wouldn't mind bringing him on the
Mate,
chat anyway, because he'll
send it
be a
over
good
to me.
yarn.
We'll get him on.
He'll be a good yarn. He'll tell you all about how we got into fly and what we were doing and where we were going. And holy shit, we were surfing. I was surf guiding in Samoa at a place called Aganoa, and here's this guy super keen on fishing, and I got him into fly fishing, and now he's a pro fly tyer. Like, how good! And just on the side,
I've never
like you.
fly fished, so I'm keen.
Yeah. So his name's Chad Ploy, and his brand is Ploy Flies. I definitely recommend you hit him up because you're Aussie. You guys are Aussie. You guys can. He'll make you whatever fly you want. I come up with a design. I tell him what I want, and he makes me flies, and he sends me flies, and I support it, and we design it. Or he's done a lot of actual background work, and I can't take that away from him. He's done really well. I'm just the person who introduced him to it, gave him the sort of the specs around fly fishing, the whole philosophy of it, or how to approach it. And yeah, he just rolled with it, and now he's a fanatic, man. He's got his kids into it. He's just a champion. All of you guys are fucking hell. I just love it all. I love hanging out with all
We're
you
just here to have a good time, mate.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Just here to have a good time.
But hey, I'm gonna fucking love and leave it because I want to go surf. These guys are getting barreled, and I'm not. I'm sitting here.
Get out there, mate.
Not getting barreled.
I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Man. I appreciate the stories. We're doing this again. We'll do round 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever. But anyone else who's not on here, jump in the broadcast channel and you can ask JP any questions you want. We always announce the guest before the podcast, so you can ask him whatever you want. So jump on that broadcast channel in Instagram. And mate, JP, get out there. Cheers for your time.
Thanks so much, Dan. Such a champion. Thank you, bro. Cheers.